Good morning, everyone. I'm Philippe Lopes-Fernandes. I'm the Executive Vice President and Chief Business Officer of Ipsen. Although we cannot be together in person, I wanted to start by saying how delighted myself and my colleagues are to be here today. As reinforced by this powerful comment by Helen Keller, I strongly believe that collaboration and partnership are values we all hold in common. It is what unites you all through your work and engagement in the mass bio community, and these are core values of our organization at Ipsen. Through the power of collective experiences, we are working to overcome the challenges faced by people living with conditions like cancer and rare disease. Ipsen is proud of being part of this ecosystem in Massachusetts, one of Ipsen's 4 global sites and home to 3 of our executive leadership team members. This principle is embedded within our organization and reflected in Ipsen's new strategy: focus together for patient and society. Key part of our strategy is to focus on building a strong and sustainable pipeline. This is possible through our strong financial position, which gives us 3 billion firepower to use for alliances. We will use our time today to give you a better understanding of Ipsen, our global contribution and success within the healthcare sector, and our areas of focus as we expand our pipeline to deliver on our commitment to patients and society, with a strong focus on oncology and rare disease. So I would like to introduce my colleagues who have joined me here today. First is Howard Meyer, who is my fellow ELT member. He's responsible for R&D and Executive Vice President. Then it's Christelle Huguet, who heads our external innovation and early development. Both Howard, Christelle are joining me here in Boston. Ipsen is a leading global biopharmaceutical company headquartered in France, but with an established and growing global footprint. Our global workforce of 5,700 colleagues are based across Ipsen's 35 direct country sites, and our marketed products are available in 115 plus territories. Our site here in Boston reflects Ipsen's focus and expertise in the US across our work in our 3 therapeutic areas: oncology, neuroscience, and rare disease. This is home to global R&D, manufacturing, and of course also our North America headquarters. We've got a strong track record of working in partnership, alliances, and acquisitions. This spans end-to-end, including R&D and lifecycle management. We translate these collaborations into values for both partners, demonstrated through our global commercial successes. We have a very balanced focus on commercial territories, with North America representing 35% of sales, Western Europe just above 30%, and the rest of the world more than 30% of revenues, including accelerated development in China and expansion in new geographies. Oncology is a key driver of our commercial success. We are a top 14 oncology company globally, and oncology represents 76% of our total sales. US is and remains a strong contributor to our commercial presence, and oncology is a key driver for this growth within North America. We achieved massive sales growth in the past few years in North America, as you can see here, with a CAGR of 43%. What is important to know is we also have achieved #1 position in all our areas of work across oncology. So Matulin is the #1 in NET in the US with global sales of over $1 billion and 20% growth. Cabometyx outside US is the TKA of choice in renal and hepatocellular carcinoma, with more than 60% growth across geographies. We also have strong successes in development. For example, in the last 6 months, Onivyde received 2 FDA fast track designations for new indication. But let me hand over to Howard, who will tell you more about that.
Thank you, Philippe, and good morning, everyone. I'm Howard Mayer, Head of R&D at Ipsen. As Philippe mentioned, at Ipsen, our focus is in 3 therapeutic areas: oncology, neuroscience, and rare disease. In oncology, our aim is to focus on underserved, high unmet need indications and lifecycle management programs in additional indications to expand benefits and market potential. In rare disease, we have proven capabilities and a patient-centric model to serve unmet needs, and a portfolio in an ultra-rare bone disease, fibrodysplasia ossificans progressiva, or FOP, with 2 first-in-class assets of palovarotene and IPN 60130. In neuroscience, we have true bench-to-bedside expertise within R&D, manufacturing and commercialization in neurotoxins, focusing on neurological indications. We are now seeking like-minded partners to continue to deliver strong and successful outcomes for patients, healthcare systems, and society, and in particular, are focused on oncology and rare disease. So where do we plan to expand? In oncology, our external innovation focus is both on solid and hematologic malignancies. This includes niche tumors and patient selection biomarker segments in broader indications, and at all stages from preclinical to marketed products. In rare disease, we did a strategic refresh that expanded our focus to a broader range of disease areas. This includes established and emerging modalities, including gene-based therapy, and again, at all stages of development. For neuroscience, we are developing novel long-acting neurotoxins for both aesthetic and treatment indications. And from an external innovation standpoint, we are focusing on rare neurodegenerative and rare neuroinflammatory disorders and movement disorders and other adjacencies to Dysport and future novel toxins. Building on the information Philippe shared, we are proud to work with our partners at part or all of these critical stages of development and to harness the expertise of our teams, which are really comparable to that of Big Pharma. We have clinical development and medical affairs teams with strong capabilities across solid tumors, hematological malignancies, endocrine disorders, including acromegaly and IGF deficiency, and the ultra-rare bone disease, FOP. We have an early development team with expertise in translational and clinical pharmacology, drug metabolism, pharmacokinetics, non-clinical drug safety, and investigative pathology. We have global oncology and rare disease-focused teams, including all aspects of clinical development and operations, from trial execution to biostatistics, data management, and medical writing. An integrated team across 4 key sites support all aspects of pharmaceutical development, including API development and manufacturing, formulation and analytical development, drug product manufacturing and clinical supply, with strong expertise in small molecules and biologics. We also have dedicated oncology and rare disease teams of highly experienced regulatory professionals with a successful track record of global regulatory approvals and utilization of accelerated regulatory pathways. Christelle will now speak to a couple of examples of our capabilities in greater detail.
Thank you, Howard. I'm Christelle Huguet. I head External Innovation and Early Development function at Ipsen. I wanted to take the opportunity to share with you our approach to collaboration project. We put behind every project early development team together, where we have representatives from our key early development function. We pay particular attention to translational pharmacology, where we tend to develop and validate our own methods for biomarker work, for example, be pharmacology biomarker or safety biomarker. We also have a team of experts in clinical pharmacology together with modelers that really allow us to optimize our phase 1 study development. And we have the usual drug metabolism and non-clinical drug safety expertise in-house that allows us to supervise all of that work. And similarly, on the product side, our pharmaceutical development function is there to support the development of small molecule as well as biologic. And in particular, we have extensive expertise in novel formulation as well as device development and optimization. Something else I wanted to share with you is a piece of work we have done that we are very proud of in the rare disease area. We have just completed the first World Natural History study in FOP. This study served as comparator arm in our phase 3 study of paloferrotine, and that data is part of the Ipsen submission to global regulators, including FDA and EMA. This is very much in line with the FDA expectation. As I'm sure you will have seen, the FDA announcement around the launch of a new fund supporting natural history study in orphan disease. This is particularly important for those diseases. Something else we're very proud of and is less well known, I'm sure, is the work that the Ipsen Foundation is carrying. The Ipsen Foundation was launched in 1983 and it operates under the aegis of the Fondation de France. It's a fully non-profit organization and it's dedicated to advancing scientific understanding for the general public. I'm very proud to sit on the board of the Ipsen Foundation. In 2021, the foundation updated its focus and really aligned itself to the rest of our Ipsen effort, focusing on rare disease and reflecting our commitment to this area of research. We are building on our existing work worldwide, and we're working in the US with the Mayo Clinic on child neglect and mistreatment, as well as supporting an acceleration of rare disease diagnostic. I would like now to hand back to Philippe.
Thank you, Howard and Christelle, and thank you all for your time and attention. Let me come back to a few points that we addressed today. We have the capabilities and the expertise of a large pharma, and yet we are right-sized to make your medicine a priority. We have a global organization with a majority family ownership that provides us stability to invest for the long term. We specialize in global development, regulatory, and commercialization. This means your program has top priority in our eyes. We're willing to invest in multiple clinical studies and expanded indication. We've done that always at Ipsen to maximize every program we touch. And we have strong financial resources that give us the possibility to commit 3 billion euros in cumulative firepower for pipeline expansion. At Ipsen, we believe great partnerships create great possibilities. We would like now to invite you to join us on the Ipsen booth, where we would welcome the opportunity to speak with you further. Patients need us. Together, let's make a difference.